Friends and fellow citizens, welcome to the podcast. Today I sat down with Devon Blanchard, aspiring filmmaker and burgeoning community activist. Devon enjoyed making his first film, Emily's Bridge, so much that he's gone on to make a second project, Emily's Revenge. With the premiere coming up, Devon tells us about his experience so far and his plans for the future. So let me introduce to you the talented and inspired Devon Blanchard. All right, welcome to Radio Free New Hampshire. It's good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about what you've been up to lately.
Well, as most you know, I've been working on a new film called Emily's Bridge, Emily's Revenge, which is a sequel to the first Emily's Bridge I made. So we got a few giveaways going for that. Simple rules like go on our Facebook, facebook.com/Blanchard Films, and like our page, follow us, and you can win some merchandise and stuff like that, DVD copies, and so.
That's awesome. So, your first movie that you made, your first film, Emily's Bridge, what inspired you to make a movie? Did you wake up one day and be like, I'm just going to do this, or has this been something you've been thinking about for a while, or?
Well, about 6 years ago when my uncle passed away, that's kind of when I started getting into like YouTube and all that stuff. I created a YouTube channel with like 4 subscribers, so it wasn't much at all. And then I went from that to where I am today, which is I've got over 100 subscribers right now. So
that's really cool.
That's basically how I started it. And then I've started with like short films, doing it at home, like 5-minute short films and here and there, and then I wanted to actually write a full script and stuff, so I looked up some ideas of like true events per se around the area, and then that's when I got Emily's Bridge for an idea.
And how old were you when you started thinking about making that particular film?
16, so.
Okay, so not that long ago.
Not too long, but
yeah. And did you start by writing it, or did you jump right in? I mean, what was the experience like for you? Did you have a plan, I guess is what I'm saying.
So the first time I went and visited the bridge, I took some footage there, and we didn't really have a script per se. At that moment, I was just getting establishing shots and stuff. But after that is when I really sat down and wrote the script.
No, so you're using terms like establishing shots.
Yep.
Is that something that you picked up along the way, or did you read about filmmaking or watch documentaries, or what? What gave you some of the technical ideas that you've had?
Yeah, I've watched a lot of documentaries and films, and especially horror films.
Yeah. Who do you like best?
Stephen King.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So his books are amazing.
Yeah.
Does he do his screenplays, or do other people write those? Or
I'm not positive. I know he has some sort of credit in all of his films.
Yeah.
He has a cameo in some of them too.
Yeah, almost all of them,
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
So,
What are your favorite Stephen King films?
Shining.
Yeah.
It.
Like the new version of it,
Yeah.
or the old one?
Both.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it.
Are you a Rob Zombie fan too, or not really?
I've seen a few of his stuff, but
His are pretty organic. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what his background is, but they're certainly not as polished, but they're pretty cool. Good films.
Yeah.
So when you did Emily's Bridge, the first movie, I see you've got a lot of different people in it. How did you recruit people to be in your film?
Well, so funny story. I did a casting call. I got a pretty normal sized group of people to help with the first one, and then the person who was playing Emily originally bailed out on me.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm just scrapping this cast and got a whole new cast, and then went from there.
Yeah, and that's still for the first film you're talking about?
Yep.
Or for the second, yeah.
And then the second one, one of my actors also has his own TV show on YouTube and all these other stuff, and that's how I met him. And then I was like, hey, do you want to be in a film sometime? And he he was like, sure. So him and his son are both in it.
Okay.
This second one.
So,
And
so the first one that you released, was it part of a school project as well, or was it just totally on its own?
it was totally on its own.
Okay. And you filmed it using a variety of different cameras,
Yep.
I understand? So you used everything from iPhone type cameras to handhelds and
Yep.
such. And the second film, did you do the same, or what were you?
The second film was a lot different. We pretty much used all cameras. There was a few shots I did on an iPhone, but it was like 90% of the time it's all cameras. So
And I had the privilege of watching a little bit of
Yeah.
your filming here at the other part of our studio here.
yeah,
And you guys set up a green screen, so you got a little bit of
Yep.
technical expertise going on there. So did you enjoy, or what do you enjoy most about the process?
probably seeing the final product.
Okay.
Yep.
So you've got the end
And
in
the
mind.
filming process too.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So
What do you least enjoy?
writing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I've seen you've done a lot of posts lately about editing. Do you like editing, or is that just sort of something you have to do to get through it?
It's half and half.
So you'd farm that out if you
yeah.
could. Yeah. Yeah.
I like it, and then it's a lot easier if I have someone else helping me or doing it for me. With this one, I have another editor on it, the project, so it helps a lot
Yeah.
with that.
So you mentioned in the beginning your uncle was
Yep.
the inspiration for wanting to do some creative works. Do you want to talk about that and what? Yeah. So tell me about your uncle.
So about 6 years ago, actually 6 years ago, he passed away in a horrible car accident. It was him, his fiance, soon to be anyways, and her unborn child. A guy was on I-89 and he wanted to commit suicide, and he went over the median and hit my uncle head on, collision. So, but
And so that event, I know just from seeing some of your posts along the way, there's been a pretty powerful event in your life.
yes.
So what do you draw from that? I know that I see you reference it in a variety of different lights. Something that still haunts you, it seems.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And go ahead.
We were really close. We were like brothers.
Yeah.
Possibly, but so it was hard to lose him, and at such a young age, it was. At first, I didn't, know what really happened, and then a couple weeks went by, and it went over my head, and was like, whoa.
Started to settle in
Yep.
as to the reality of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's true for a lot of younger people. They don't really
Yeah.
get the concept. I don't know that any of us really do until you experience it. And your strengths that's given you, what do you think that's done for you in your life?
With my involvement in the community, I've done a lot of stuff because of him, in honor of them and stuff. So like lights on the Lebanon Mall, I dedicate them to him every year, and so especially my film, like this one's going to be dedicated to him as well. But yeah, he was kind of a big influence to me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, so you're trying to keep a legacy going there. Yeah. So Emily's Bridge 2, is it Emily's Revenge? Is that the title? Yeah.
Yep.
And when are you going to be releasing this, and how are you releasing it?
Oh, it will. The premiere is set to date on July 18th, if we can have it.
Yeah.
So, but we're going to release it on YouTube. Probably not for too long. It's gonna get re-uploaded eventually, but I'm gonna have a little like segment so that I can take it down and then be able to sell DVDs of it, and then put it back up online for free. So if people haven't seen it and they don't have the money, they can watch it there.
So you're going to release it on YouTube, or are you going to do any other type of release day event? Still in the
Not
works?
sure.
Yeah. It
Still in
depends
the
on
works.
things. Yeah. So, and then what do you think the final length of this film is going to be? Your first film was how long?
It was originally an hour. We had to take out a lot of scenes.
Yeah.
So it dropped it back down to about a half hour with
Okay.
credits. So, excuse me. This one is looking to be between 40 minutes and an hour. So.
Okay, so
Yep.
pretty decent
Yep.
length. And are you done with filming? Done with
Yes.
all of that?
Done.
Okay.
Completely done with filming. So.
Yeah. So what process are you in right now?
Editing, a lot of that.
Mhm.
And then we have a lot of voiceover work we have to do too.
Yeah.
So we're doing that. But it's mostly editing right now. And then we also have starting to put out ads right now because it's like 2 to 3 months away. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And so you said you're going to do some giveaways and
Yep.
such is what you're looking to.
Yep.
To
So if we're able to have the premiere, my giveaway is we have 2 different giveaways going on. One is just for like a few gift baskets that's filled with merchandise, probably a couple DVDs, and like a movie basket per se with candy and popcorn and then some merchandise from the film.
That's
and
a cool
then
idea.
our grand prize is what you have to do is you have to not only like and follow our page, but we recently put out our official poster for the film, so they would have to share that and then use the hashtags Blanchard Films and then hashtag Emily's Bridge, Emily's Revenge, and then that will give you a chance to win 2 tickets to the premiere and 2 tickets to the after party.
Okay.
So,
That sounds like
Yeah.
a good giveaway there. Yeah, I saw that movie poster. That's quite a creation. So who did that for you?
There was I think she's about my age. She's from up near Rutland area, and I'm in a group on Facebook that's called Virus Performers.
Okay.
So that's how I met her there, and then she told me that she does poster work and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, do you want to do some work for me? And she was like, sure.
So is that digitally drawn or hand drawn?
Digitally.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's really
it
an
is.
incredible piece of art.
Yeah, it is.
Cool. So I know you got all this going on right now, and then are you graduating high school this year?
Next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll get a regular graduation. Yeah. So do you have any friends that are graduating this year?
No.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to deal with any of that then. So what's next for Devon Blanchard after Emily's Revenge?
Oh boy, lights. So
Start getting ramped up
Yeah.
for the holiday lights.
yeah.
And with your experience in filmmaking now, what do you foresee for yourself for the future? What do you really want to have happen as far as your involvement in film and art?
Well, I'd like to continue it, and hopefully become bigger than I am right now. Of
Yeah.
course, build it up, but that's my goal for the next 5 years. So
Any ideas as to what that might mean for you as far as actual steps to take?
well, after I graduate, I was planning to stay here for a year or 2, and then move out where filmmaking is most popular, so LA and that area and stuff like that.
Sure.
But
Any? Do you think there's any value in attending a film school or anything like that, or do you think
yes,
that it's
potential.
Yeah? Okay.
Yep.
I know there's a lot of ways to approach a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's best to just get right in and work in the industry, whatever it is, and other times it's good to get an education first, or simultaneously, or balance it.
Right.
So, what stops you from going directly from school to film school to study the art more?
I just kind of want to take a break from high school and college per se, and then practice doing short films or whatever, and build it up so then when I go to college and stuff, I have more experience with it.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. Sometimes having that life experience first can let you know what you need to learn more about, and maybe motivate you along the way to do better at it or to focus on it. So, well, good. Anything else you want to tell us about today?
No.
No, you're all good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, so tell us again, how do we find Emily's Bridge 1, Emily's Revenge? Where do we go for that in order to sign up for your giveaways and promotions?
So, Facebook.com for the giveaways, and then youtube.com/DB Productions, and that first film is on there, so well as the official trailer for the second one. So
Really? I'll have to check it out. That's exciting.
yeah.
All right. Well, Devon Blanchard, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. We're watching, so it'll be fun to see where you go from here.
Thank you.
Good luck, man.
Thanks.
If you'd like to see Devon's first production, Emily's Bridge, you can find him on YouTube at DB Productions. He's also got his trailer there for his second film. You can also find him on Blanchard Films on Facebook. Thank you again for joining us on Radio Free New Hampshire.